Hey guys, my name is Cory. I'm one of the owners of Blue Alpine Freeze Dryers. I wanted to go over just cleaning the unit today and kind of just what it looks like as far as cleaning the unit goes. So we're going to zoom in and kind of just show the barrel itself. So as far as cleaning the acrylic goes, we actually switched to a polycarbonate glass, but anyways, or plexiglass. But yeah, as far as cleaning the plexiglass goes, don't use any kind of solvents. I've heard kind of communicated online that some people are talking about using rubbing alcohol. That's really bad for acrylic, especially this. Some of our first ones went out with acrylic plates. That'll actually craze the acrylic, so it forms these little white or these little like cracks in the acrylic. So yeah, don't use solvents, don't use rubbing alcohol. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take 1 tablespoon of bleach and mix it into a gallon of water. That's kind of industry standard for cleaning food surfaces. If it's good enough for a food surface, it's good enough for a surface that's not even touching the food. So anyways, that's my philosophy anyways. So when you go to clean it, the inside of this gets really dirty a lot of times. So most of the time, just take this with a wet rag and just wipe it down. And then to sanitize it, just get a little bit of that bleach water that you just made up with the 1 tablespoon to a gallon of water, and just maybe wipe it down just a little bit with a little bit of bleach water. Same thing with this. This can be peeled off. This is the gasket. This can be peeled off and then just rinsed in the sink. You can set it up on top to get it out of the way for now. But the tray rack is going to need cleaned, kind of just whatever you're comfortable with. Obviously, if it starts getting mold or smelling, you're definitely going to want to clean it. But I only say that because I did see a harvest right that got moldy one time because they left water in it for a month, and it was like, oh man, that is bad. So, anyways, personally, what I do after I drain the unit, I will open the unit and let it air dry every time. Just that way. Anyways, I saw that mold and it freaked me out. So I've always air dried after that. Anyways, so this tray rack, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and unplug it. So you just kind of poke these little butt connectors, they get poked down, and then you just pull on it a little bit, and it's maybe a little stiff. There we go. They got gaskets in there that kind of hold them in to keep the water out. But so this can technically be machine washed, but we don't necessarily recommend it. It is a lot better to hand wash it. The dishwasher is just going to get really hot, and anyways, just a lot more aggressive. So, anyways, go ahead and just wash this in the sink. You can get you may not be able to get your hands in here, but you can definitely get like a bristle brush in there. Your hands aren't going to get all the cleaning or all the surfaces anyways. Pretty much on all freeze dryers, you've got little nooks and crannies that are going to need to get cleaned. So using your hand is not ideal. What you're going to want is like a nice bristle brush that can get in there and actually scrub like all these like little nooks and crevices and things like that. And then if you once you clean it, you can use soap and water, or you can use that bleach solution, and then just quick rinse and let it air dry. You can also go straight into a vacuum, or you can go straight into like a freeze drying cycle if you really wanted to just get it dry super fast. That would definitely freeze dry it. So as far as the back goes with the fan, feel free to use a bristle brush in here to clean this. This fan is resistant to salt water. So we actually put it in a saltwater brine for like a week, and it ran perfectly. And anyways, didn't have any problems with it. So feel free to put water, and this fan is waterproof. So feel free to clean it just like you would everything else. So that's the tray rack. As far as these things go, just a quick wipe down. That'll work perfect. Some of these holes and things like those are. So let me real quick explain all these holes. So this is the feed through. So every freeze dryer out there is going to have this feed through, and they're all going to have wires coming in the exact same way that we're doing it. So what you're going to want to do is just go in and just spray that with like a light bleach solution. Maybe just take a spray bottle and just spray in around there. And then with this hole, this is the drain hole. Again, every freeze dryer is going to have this drain hole. You're going to need to sanitize that. But again, just a light bleach solution down in there, that'll clean it up just fine. This hole, on the other hand, this is the pressure sensor. So you don't necessarily want to be spraying stuff in the pressure sensor because you can definitely hurt it, especially if like an oil or like something got in there for some reason, or I don't know. Anyways, if you get that oil, or if you get that, sorry, if you get that pressure sensor too gunked up, it's just not going to work anymore. So don't be spraying stuff in this hole. This hole, on the other hand, so this is where the vacuum pump goes. So this is like what goes to the vacuum pump. This can be sprayed out with a light bleach solution, but this really should protect it. So this P100 filter will filter everything down to 3.3 microns, and because of that, there shouldn't be a whole lot of gunk or anything in there. Shouldn't be really anything growing either. It might get a little moist, but anyways, yeah, it should actually be fairly clean. And that's the blue tube coming out the side. Anyways, so this can all get wiped down. Again, I just like using like that light bleach solution to kind of just wipe everything down. And then me personally, I just like to clean it with water afterwards because it's I don't want my food tasting like bleach. So anyways, I just clean it with water afterwards. I think that's pretty much it. The outside can just get wiped down with water. Not much there. And then the way that I kind of think about this freeze dryer is it is a commercial piece of equipment that's being used in the home, and anything that works to clean commercial components is going to work. When you think about like an ice cream factory, they've got a lot of pipes going places, and all those pipes are they're hidden. You can't get in there and scrub it. So in industry, like especially like the ice cream industry, and in order to prevent listeria from like growing, which is a super bad bacteria, in order to prevent listeria from growing in things, that's what they do is they just take bleach solution and they just run it through everything. I've got a friend who owns a meat packing factory, and they just take bleach solution and soak down the whole factory. And although there might be like physical contamination, it is technically sterile at that point. So even if you get a little bit of like physical contamination going on in here, even if there's contamination that you can like wipe out, if it's bleached, then it's going to be sterile. So anyways, that's the goal there, is that as long as it's not growing bacteria, we're happy. With that, I think that's it. But if you have any other questions or ideas for videos, just let me know. Thanks.